Now I'm gonna come back in. I did get to hear from the guy after I left him feedback about how he sold me handguards that don't fit the Himalayan 450. He sent me a video, a YouTube video. It's in Hindi, so it's impossible for me to understand, but I did get a good idea of how exactly I am supposed to install these handguards. So this video, we're going to revisit that failure on my part and try to install these handguards. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you the first step on mine. You got two 8mm bolts, and you go ahead and loosen those. Loosen up your brake lever and mirror. So that's the first. You can see here I have put this piece underneath the master cylinder. It goes on like this. There was this little rubber grommet piece holding this piece of wire against your handlebars that I have removed out of the way. I just want you to get an idea of this. Once you're actually doing this, it kind of makes the right and the left side, you gotta they're not really marked well, so you kind of gotta guess a little bit about which one's right and left. But in the video, the fella clearly does not tighten everything up until you have a complete fitment. So that's kind of how it goes under the master cylinder. This little piece goes right here to, I guess, prevent you from marring the handlebars. Kind of sitting up here on the bike. I've got the brake lever here. In the video, old boy reinstalls the bar end, but I discovered that make it work with my master cylinder, and you can look, that is a tight like a tiger fit to get it in there with my master cylinder correctly. And then of course I kept everything loose until I was able to look in my mirror and look over my shoulder and make sure my mirror is going to adjust correctly. Everything so far so good. Just keep in mind I removed my bar end and just installed it directly. Important to understand, I did RXG00241 on the right hand side. 240 is so that there is a difference that you can tell in the part numbers. This is 241 and the other one on the other side is 240. So I'm going to install that here in a second, but this should help with us English speaking folk, like what precisely are we supposed to do here. And so I want to walk you around. Again, I removed the bar end there. I haven't tightened this all the way up yet, but getting it in there. And I did look. I said in the last video this is not a Royal Enfield product, but I was wrong. There is a little Royal Enfield tag in there, so this must be factory original. I just thought maybe it was for the Himalayan 411, but it seems to be working just fine on mine. So hopefully we're going to get the other side done here in just a second. Got some idea of what we're doing here. We are going to go ahead. This is a same on this side, same on this side. I did replace this little rubber strap here back to hold. Ooh, ouch! Hold everything down. You get to watch me damage my bike. So I'm going to go ahead and loosen these up. Now I'm real careful. Not with my gas tank apparently, but I am real careful with the with these because they are aluminum and you can over torque these and ruin some stuff. So there is that piece. I'm going to go ahead. There's our clutch lever. We're going to go ahead and remove this little rubber piece right here because it's going to be we'll replace it like we did this one when we get done. All right, parts ready for the next step. We're going to go ahead and put this piece goes right here, and then this comes around on the back side, and then I just finger tighten these. You can see how I routed this all under here, even though now that I'm looking at it I probably should route this over top of this. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and route this over top of this, but you see how I've got everything all nice and loose so that you can get some idea of how this the next steps to remove this bar end. It's a 5mm It's held in there with red Loctite. Just keep that in mind. In the video that I watched, this was a part that was replaced. However, when I got through doing it, there is no longer screw to go in this spot, and it would require a longer screw to go in this spot and to line up correctly. It actually works better if you keep this piece out. Got everything kind of loose, half-assed in there. This one that connects to the black handlebar mount piece actually has a cap on it. This, you're reinstalling the regular screw that was in there, and then these two new screws come with the cap. First is this cap screw between the handlebar mount and the bar end mount. I do that because it is the most important as far as getting the geometry correct. The rest of them I left loose, and we can maneuver around the clutch lever and all that stuff. Hey, at this point I got her about 3/4 tight on everything. At the handlebars pointing straight. I got her up on the center stand, so I don't have to worry about. I think that mirror is going to need a little adjusting, but I think that's my final spot there. My clearances are all good on my clutch and my brake levers. The pieces are pretty much even, Steven, as far as how they line up. So you're not got a wonky one. This one's lower than this one, and I think I'm about ready to tighten everything back up. I am going to need to move this mirror just a little bit that way though, but I think other than that, I think I finally got these puppies installed. I've got everything buttoned up now, all nice and tight. Just keep it loose until you got it in its final destination. I got the key out. Probably it's starting to look like less and less like ice outside, and I'm considering the potential of just taking this puppy outside for a ride. I've been told I can lift that seat up a little bit higher, probably going to, but we got one last piece to put on just to hold these wires up out of the way. I want to go ahead and put that piece on. Other than that, she's pretty good. I get a lot of people complaining about this. Kind of hoping that Royal Enfield does come out with a slightly longer kickstand. The kickstand on this thing is a bit extreme, but I've just kept it up on the center stand. It's pretty light motorcycle, so it was pretty easy to get up on the center stand. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed it. We still got a rally guard coming in to replace this guard. It should be an all aluminum piece, and that should make the bike look a little bit better. I think she looks pretty good. This piece I installed, I wouldn't recommend purchasing this piece. It clearly isn't a factory fit. It's not the right piece, but I made it work. If you're sitting here looking at it and saying, oh, that looks janky, well, the truth of the matter is that this bike's designed to be laid down. I know I'm going to get her somewhere on a trail and lay her down. She's going to get beat up. I think the wire is the least of my issues. Hoping to get some wind protection out of these bark busters and this windshield, but that's what we've got so far. I hope you've enjoyed the content. If you got any ideas or got any questions about the Himalayan and that you'd like me to answer, since I've got one, by all means just drop some comments down there in the comments section, and I'll be glad to answer. Especially this YouTube channel is pretty young, so I'm still answering all my own content myself, producing my own content myself. So if you like what you see, please subscribe. Again, we're going to be taking this bike up the Trans Taiga come August of 2025. So that's what we're doing all these modifications for. We still got some other stuff we've got to do. Got to install the pannier racks. Unfortunately, I decided to start with the Africa Twin for the pannier rack so that I could get pannier racks that would work for both the Africa Twin and the Himalayan, but we're working through it. We're working through it. We'll get it. I'm gonna get the jerry can mount for the front. Have discussed with folks about getting the new 23-liter Acrebus tank for this. It sounds like people are trash talking it. It's going to make your Himalayan heavy. It's going to this. It's going to that. At the end of the day, folks, whatever you're doing to your bike, it doesn't matter as long as it's working for you. I try not to. I don't care what you're doing to your bike. It's your bike. That's the whole point of yours and your bike. So you do what you want. If it's working for you, then it works. Again, the thing here is I want this thing to be able to go 510 miles without a fuel up. So if the Acrebus works to help me reach that goal, then that's probably what I'm going to install on this bike, regardless of how heavy it makes the top end. But hope you've enjoyed these videos. Again, like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube stuff that they tell you on every video. Talk to you later.
Thank you for joining me for my latest installment. I hope you enjoy the new content. Rest assured, I'll continue creating adventure motorcycle videos as we continue to modify the Himalayan 450 to make it more adventure ready. Most importantly, I'll be testing it right here in the local area. I'm hoping to do that with my Facebook group. Right now, we have just 5 members, but I'd really love to see that grow. If you enjoy my content, head over to the Facebook group Lost in the Bush and join the page. We already have an upcoming trip planned, and I share downloadable content there as well. Soon, I hope to include all the GPX files for every adventure ride we take this summer. Also, if you haven't noticed, I'm working hard to grow this YouTube channel. I'm not monetized yet, and as of now, I think I have only 12 subscribers. If you're watching and enjoy what I'm doing, please share the channel with others. Subscribe, and I'll keep my current schedule of releasing 1 video a week every Tuesday. Speaking of schedules, did you know that YouTube requires a certain number of watch hours and subscribers to provide good analytical data? If I had that, I could better plan my content around times that work best for you, the viewer. Before I go, please leave a comment. I try to respond to every single one, especially at this early stage. Do you have questions? Is there a topic you'd like me to cover? Or maybe you're upset I didn't stop by your favorite place in Canada. Let me know. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.